Flipman Dan here with George Mevwala, my real estate agent and Airbnb expert to the stars. Today, we are actually going over what it takes to put your Airbnb listing online. And today is the day that everything is finally all lined up. I'm gonna post the pictures, do everything that it says to do when you click become a host. So George, I'm super excited to have you here, bro.
Thank you for having me. This is quite a milestone to get to this point. You know?
Huge, man. Huge. I mean, you've been there since we bought the house. Yeah.
I know, man. It's so awesome. It's crazy how time flies. But just for everyone who's listening and watching, I've seen a little taste of the pictures, and it is, man, quite a transition. The place is looking freaking great.
Great, man. So, I mean, just a little background on George. I mean, George, how many houses do you have now?
So right now, I've got 29 listings, and we've got 2 new ones coming on board. Of those, we've got about 14 single-family homes.
Wow. Okay, so tons of single-family homes. So you've done this once or twice or 30 times before.
You might say that.
Cool.
Been around the block for the Airbnb block, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So, okay, now I have the Airbnb site pulled up. You guys can kind of see it. I've already used Airbnb, so I already have a profile. I have this thing. I'm just going to click the Become a Host tab, and let's see what we can start doing here. So I'm hosting it says try hosting. I guess I
Yes. And
click that or something, I believe. Or tell us about your place. Okay, so
yeah,
my place is in Tempe, Arizona.
You can even
listing the entire place. So we're gonna say 10 people.
Yes,
we go.
The actual address first. There we go.
Cool.
There we go. That should.
So that's my house.
And that kind of shows you some of the competition listings and even some of the over here and what they're. And keep in mind for this particular season, it's always going to show the next available day on their calendar as what that average night is. So
okay,
sometimes people will click on this, see 198 a night, potential guest, and then they go and look in January and it's 445 a night. Wait, you said it was 198 a night.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything. You clicked on it, and those dates that were advertised are not the same dates you're plugging in.
Gotcha. So Airbnb shows the cheapest nights, you think?
Correct. It will show currently available dates that are coming up, and sometimes they'll even, the logarithms are so crazy, but like sometimes it will be like a Tuesday, Wednesday opening that you have coming up where it's like a 153 a night versus, where you're averaging out 250 a night.
Right.
They kind of want that because they want to get you some clicks, but then also, they want people to see. They want you to see your property from the visibility of it, but then also like they want you to click on it, and then the idea is to try and get them to book it.
Okay, that makes sense. So my price probably is going to be somewhere around 200 to 300-ish a night.
Yeah.
And then for more when it comes to more in-demand dates. They got these big buckets here where they're links. It looks like they're trying to get me to go to, but let's try hosting. Let's just go here.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what kind of place will you host? I'm listing a house.
Sir.
Which of these best describes your place? It's a home. Yep, looks like it's gonna be a home. Houseboat.
Yeah, they got dome.
Houseboat. A damaso. What is that? Okay. A lighthouse? Are you serious? You can rent a lighthouse.
I think it's crazy. There's crazy stuff on there if you go look.
It's not really a vacation home. It's actually just a regular home.
Correct.
Yeah, a vacation home would be like something on the beach or something like that.
Yeah, kind of more like.
Right. So listing the entire place. How many guests would you like to welcome? Okay, so guests, 10 beds. Technically, do I have 5 or do I have...
Use the pull-out sofa as a bed.
Okay, so I have 5 beds. There's 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Okay. Obviously, it would have been nice to have more bedrooms, but I kind of do, but it's not. It's 1 bedroom.
What's cool about it, once we actually get the listing fired up, and like I said, those things we have to go back and do, we actually, when we upload the photos, we show like it will show on the listing, like how many beds there are, for example, per room.
So to give you guys an example, I'm just going to pull this up. If I click any of these, George was just showing, it says where you'll sleep, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and it, there's living room, all that stuff. This is kind of the pictures of where you would potentially sleep. That's actually cool. I've never seen that before. This must be new with Airbnb because I don't remember this.
It is.
So we're back here now. Do I have any standout amenities? Yes, I have a pool. I have a patio, kind of. Well, that's like the front patio, but the back patio, yes. I do have a fire pit.
Yep.
Have a pool table, boom. Outdoor dining area, yes. Indoor fireplace I do have, but I'm hopefully not promoting to use that.
I would not click on it.
Okay.
Because then anybody who if you click on that, there's going to be that one guest or maybe 3 that's going to try and hold you accountable for it.
Gotcha. So I'm going to buy a barbecue grill. I don't currently have one, but I'm going to get one.
The best $350 you'll spend.
Gotcha.
Great investment.
What about these guest favors? Of course, Wi-Fi, TV, kitchen, yes, washer, free parking, air conditioning, yep. Not dedicated workspace, probably no. Not outdoor shower, no. Have any of these safety? Yes.
And I recommend if you
I'll
don't
get a
have,
first aid kit.
Yeah, it's worth having all these here just to get you certified safe home by Airbnb is to have all 4 of those things.
Okay, so drag my photos, at least 5. All right, so here is where I'm gonna pull in my photos. And I'm just gonna put all of them in for now, and then I'm gonna choose. Hopefully, we'll be able to choose which one.
We can totally go back and edit and delete as many, keep as many as you want.
Gotcha. Here we are.
Okay.
We got we'll see. It just kind of chose this cover photo, so we can pick. But so George, would you say, what are you looking for in a cover photo?
You are looking for your most. Let me kind of word it like this: the picture that's gonna wow the most. What's the focal point is of the house? Which, just from what you've got on right here so far, before we even go through it, I love this angle. This showing off, backyards, pools, or inside remodeled living rooms, or with a picture where you can kind of show. If you've got the open concept floor plan, you could show the pool table in there, that big kitchen remodeled in like the living area. Or I'm a big fan if you go click on mine and go through them of the backyards, having the pools. Because most people that are coming here, doesn't matter what season is, they're wanting a pool. I think I broke that statistic down once from like the house that I had, one house I'd managed that didn't have a pool, the only one I've ever done. I think it was about 30 to 35% less bookings than the average other ones from just not having a pool. Wow, some big buckaroos over the year.
All right, so okay, it's asking me to put my best photo first. So great. Okay, that looks great. Thanks. Okay.
And you can even again edit these again once you get further and once we put some description and stuff in.
Looks
like it lets you do it again, but that will be kind of like once we fire it up.
Is there a sweet spot of how many photos you want in your listing?
Great question. I usually, when I get my photographer to take in, we usually get about 45, and I'll try and narrow it down to maybe like 30 to 35.
Okay. 30 to 35.
There's no problem with going more than less, as long as you're giving quality photos.
Gotcha.
Now, some things I think are a little bit redundant. Like you don't need to show every closet. I think the bedroom rooms, you're okay with just having 1 or 2 of each bedroom. I'm more big on like showing the common areas, the amenities, the backyard, the pool.
Gotcha.
I don't really show the fronts of houses normally either, just because I don't like the Karen neighbors.
Sure.
To go and find.
One more thing too, like the garage.
Yes.
Do you show that or?
No, I don't. No. And I actually have a couple houses where we don't. For those are ones that I manage for. The clients use their garage, and we don't even offer it.
Okay.
But you have to put that in the listing, because then it's like you want to make sure that that's there. Otherwise, it'd be a buzzkill if someone showed up and they're like, "Well, we can't use this garage." But if it's stated in the listing, then it's like they don't care.
Yeah. Do you allow the guests to park in the garage most of the time? Does it matter? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think the photos are done. So I got the outside, 2 outside.
Yes.
Entrance to the pool when you walk through the front door. This is what you see in the front.
Pool table.
So
kitchen,
living area. I guess I could probably put a little photo a little bit closer of the living area if I wanted to.
I do. There's a TV right there.
Yeah.
What I do sometimes, like, on
Okay.
the Netflix screen,
Sure.
I'll put like my company logo, Travatude, some background or something, but just like to show the TV on.
Gotcha.
If you have PlayStation or something too, you can even have like PlayStation. Like, I have a couple of them where we have the arcade games where I'll have a model, not like a real model, like an Instagram model, but like a person, hands there, standing playing the arcade game.
Oh, okay.
But like
Gotcha.
a slight angle of them. It's not really showing, just showing them playing
Right.
Street Fighter or whatever.
Speaking of like guest experience, so I actually went through my house and I removed all of the smart home capability stuff, like all of the Alexas and stuff like that, just because thinking about giving directions to the guest about how to work the smart home stuff. Not everyone's going to know how to do that.
And you also got to understand too with Alexis, there's some people out there, man. There's a lot of, fearmongers out there that think that Alexis is like recording you and
Right.
that the government's after them. And you out of respect for anything to do with recording and privacy, I like to keep it out of the house.
Sure.
But even with the speakers, and this is a big topic, I don't like them because they promote noise. What do people do when they get on vacation? They want to loosen up and they feel like, they just
Blast.
they're in another house. And so let's face it, everyone does the same thing when they're there. They get excited and, hey, we're on vacation. I've had houses that have had built-in speakers where we've had to remove the receivers because people just like go to the bars and forget to turn it off.
Oh
They
man.
might not come back till 3 or 4 a.m. And it's an ongoing problem that happens. But then once you remove them, we don't have any more problems with it. But because there was the presence of those JBLs still in the ceiling, 1 out of like 9 guests, hey, how do we work the speakers?
Right.
Point where
Okay.
now I just put it literally in the check-in message that the speakers do not work due to noise issues in the past.
Okay. So, you're saying no speakers and
I don't mind
Bluetooth.
those little portable guys, like the little ones and stuff like that. So, at the end of the day, most people are going to travel with those anyways.
All right, so we're done with the photos. We're moving on. Now I need to create my title. So creating a title for a house seems like an art in and of itself.
Absolutely. and if you kind of like, if we go back here real quick and just to kind of show you an example, if you go to travel.scottsdalearizona.com, there will be a link that takes you to book. If you hit book, this will take us to your Airbnbs. This will show you right now all our active ones. Right now we have quite a few that are being snoozed that are being worked on, but here's our 25 active right now as of now.
Gotcha.
And if you could kind of see, if you click,
So George's listings. Yeah, let's see all the
it'll
listings.
show you like some of the names, for example. And like you see how we're kind of big on like using words to kind of get your attention, like poolside, 3-bedroom, townhouse, or walk to Old Town, heated pool, gym, keywords like that.
Gotcha.
Like free heated pool. That's my baby right there.
Mm-hmm.
The free heated pool, remodel, 4 bedrooms, game room, or here's where that cactus blue one is. That's where one of the ones where we start to, this is the one I was telling you about.
Like name the house or something. Yeah.
This has the 2 TVs with the Xbox, but
Gotcha.
this is where we start to do more of the naming and stuff.
So it's I'm gonna say huge pool, or
heated pool. I think
heated pool is
has more value to it
than huge.
I go like near ASU.
Heated pool near ASU, and sleeps
Sure.
10.
Sleeps 10. Can we get maybe BBQ, barbecue, because you're gonna have one. Let's see if we can get, and then sleeps 10. What you have to do, you have to make the move that near towards the pool. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna get, we're not gonna be able to fit the hyphens in the middle.
Right. Yeah, near ASU, I think sleeps is more important, right?
Yeah.
Heated pool near ASU, sleeps 10.
Hey, you know what? It's a statement.
Right.
It's giving you, summarizing up the house.
Right.
And I know it's hard because sometimes we want to just say so much, and it's like you can't say every little thing. I can't say like there's a vending machine in here, this, that.
Right. And if you think about the guest experience when they go through Airbnb, it's not, I mean, yes, the title is important,
Yeah.
but it's not the end all be all. I feel like the end all be all is the pictures because that's really what tells the story.
Totally.
So let's just keep that for now. So now I'm highlighting things. So choose up to 2 highlights: unique, stylish, spacious, central, peaceful. So these are the only highlights?
Yes, you get to pick 2. I usually, and it varies for both. Like I'll probably usually end up going like unique and central, or stylish and spacious, or, I always like to kind of top.
Sure. So I think it's kind of stylish. It's funky.
Yeah.
I would say it's spacious because the backyard is gigantic.
People are going to be lounging in there.
Now create my description. So I'm just going to go check your descriptions of.
Yeah, for sure. Feel free to click on any of them and just kind of get an idea of it. Kind of how we do it. Usually because there's sections of it too. So you'll always do kind of like a new listing alert. You're going to want to put something like that too so people know immediately it's the first question they're going to be like, why doesn't it have any reviews?
Right.
It's a new listing. You could put in there too, like, completely updated house in Tempe, just updated, all new showers, backyard, this and that. Beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, kind of like stuff like this.
I understand. So yeah, it looks like you're listing kind of the big eye-catching stuff first.
Yep.
And then a quick description of what the house is and where it's near. And then going into more description about the home itself.
Correct. And then what they have access to, the guest access portion. So letting them know, it's very important to let them know if they're going to have that garage. Let them know if they have access to the hot tub, if there's one there. And for some reason, there's a lock on there when they get there. All these things that what they think they're booking for,
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to just do this real quick. And there's certain things I'm going to copy and paste.
Yeah,
here.
It works, man. Go ahead.
And how did you get bold there? That was interesting.
What's that?
Like you bolded the... here, let me... Like this is bold.
Oh, that's the actual section. So...
Oh, okay, so I don't need to do that.
Yeah, so when you hit next,
okay,
those are your separate sections.
Brand new listing, big 3-bedroom with massive backyard and pool, recently remodeled bathrooms and all new flooring. This house is perfect for entertaining your large group. And then, so if I say next, I'm interested to see what...
It should go to just another form of, your price.
Oh, interesting.
Your average price per night to be, and this initial one, it's not going to get you through all of this.
Right.
Once you fire it up, you have to go back. And then, like I said, that's when we'll be able to get to like the space and
gotcha. So
additional things to note, guest access. You'll get all that once you fire it up. Same with kind of more intricately going into it and pricing and putting the security deposit in, the clearing fee, all that stuff.
So I'm going to check this 20% discount, and then this is good for now, right? For the 196.
Do you want to? Would you feel if someone? When is our go live date?
So the go live date is probably like next week.
Okay. Would you feel good at just they're going to make this the base night from the beginning, and it's going to go across starting from next week or just from when this fires up? It's going to show tomorrow until indefinite. We can go in and now change that once we do that. But that will be if someone was to book. Would you be okay with that if so next week? Or do you want to just maybe, for now, maybe we get like $245 or something, make it a little bit just in case?
Yeah.
Because there would be that 20% discount. But
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, budget for the discount is what he's saying. Okay, so yeah. So with the 20%, it would be around $200 anyway.
Yes.
So good. Let's keep that for now. And obviously, I'm going to go back and add more of this description with the space and just going into the guest access and things that are going to be in the welcome book. I'm going to go and add that in the description. So do you have any of these at security at my places?
I'm big on
I do have this
doorbell rings, and I'm big on, then we go ahead and we make sure, like when we get to that, the other things to note section of that, when we go back later, we're going to put in there that, something about like, owner has a Ring doorbell, and if you have any other exterior cameras only, just to monitor the home when it's vacant.
Right.
something along. So make sure people know there's no interior cameras.
Gotcha. So here we go. Here's the listing. Heated pool near ASU, sleeps 10. Entire home.
Ooh.
10 guests, 3 bedrooms, 5 beds, 2 baths. Brand new listing, big 3-bedroom with massive backyard and pool, recently remodeled bathrooms, and all new flooring. This house is perfect for entertaining your large group. And then it goes into where it's near.
Noise.
These are the amenities. Boom, look at all those amenities. Dang. And then if I publish my listing,
Now we're going to need to, once you hit publish,
immediately go in and take it
we're
off.
going to immediately go in and we're going to block all the days that we have, or we can immediately go in and we can snooze it
Right, okay.
and then come in and make all these changes if you want to do that.
Great.
Um,
So should I save and exit or should I publish my listing?
which do you feel better doing right now?
Well, I'm not going to publish it.
Yeah, because I was going to say if you wanted us to go through all those things, we could go through them right now. But if you feel good for now with this, save and exit, and then we can go over it in the next.
So what you're just saying is I would have to actually publish my listing and then to edit that fine detail stuff.
Right.
Okay, so
if we publish it, the good news is we can immediately do what's known as snooze it.
okay,
So we could snooze it so that no one can see it. We
gotcha.
can snooze it for like as long as you want, but like if we can snooze it for like 14 days, and if by the time this is done in like a day or two, unsnooze it.
Okay, so I'm going to publish the listing.
So you're gonna see this cool little like boom, congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
And there's Chesky right there,
Oh, that's the CEO. Cool.
Mr. Billionaire, and
We've updated my terms, whatever.
Great.
Great.
Agree. Now what we're gonna immediately go to menu, go to listings. You're gonna click on. Okay, so you're gonna go to. Oh yeah, scroll down there. See where it says listing status?
Oh, yeah.
Go and hit edit on that.
Listing status.
So so scroll down where
Okay, I
that
see,
green
yeah.
thing is, and hit snoozed,
Gotcha.
and you snooze it to like maybe. So you'll click on the dates maybe to like Sunday.
Okay.
You think
So
this should
yeah.
be enough to like?
I'll just do it to the 16th just to be safe.
No, click on all those dates too.
Oh,
So
okay. Gotcha. Like that.
it should. Or I think there we go. Perfect.
Cool. So I'm just going to snooze it for a week or so.
Perfect.
And
Now no one
save
can
that.
see it until the 17th. Hit save. Now boom. Now we
Cool.
can go in, take our time, and make all those really important changes in here where now you just been taken in from like, freaking like one planet to the vortex
Right.
of what all this is. And sometimes when people see this, like for example, if you go to amenities,
Mhm.
go hit edit. It only has partial things in there. Like you have to go in and click the things manually, like how you provide towels, bed sheets,
Oh, wow.
dryer,
Okay.
hair dryer. So this is all this important. Another
Yeah, so
important
I
step.
got cleaning products, cooking basics, yeah, all this stuff. Dishes and silverware, yep. I mean, this is all basic stuff.
Yeah. And then still asking questions like this
Yeah.
sometimes if it's free.
In
Or
unit, yep. Wow, okay. So this is all stuff that I'm going to kind of have to go through.
go through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put your own touch on it. You can then like when you go, for example, now and you go back to the description where if you go to scroll down there till where listing description is,
Yeah.
if you hit edit now, all the other sections are going to show up.
Oh, okay. So that's why I was like, oh,
Yeah.
why is that bolded? Oh, okay. So you go in and you edit all this stuff.
Right.
So I see. So I guess Airbnb's point is to make the initial setup very
Yeah.
easy.
Exactly. And they don't teach you any of this.
Right.
Like you need, like there are tutorials of people that will go through this like me. And also just like, from YouTube videos and stuff, I'm sure people could find out, but like really, you can really get screwed over on that first step if you just did that and then you didn't realize, okay, within 24 hours that listing's now going to be live. Well, you didn't really get a chance to go in there and like put cleaning fee in, security deposit, check-in times,
Right.
all those important things where now someone just books it and they might go and they're going to go straight for your peak dates. They get them for like pennies on the dollar.
Oh, geez.
So why don't we click on, for example, policies and rules? We'll start with that one for a second. This is where you're going to be able to edit kind of like what cancellation policy. Right now, you see that full refund 1 day prior to arrival.
Right.
Let's go ahead and change that to either moderate or firm. You can, even if you're cool with doing moderate or non-refundable, gives them a chance where they can book it for 10% less, but it's non-refundable. So if they decide to book the moderate non-refundable, there's no way they can cancel, but they do get a little bit full up front. If you scroll down, long-term cancellation policy, I always put strict.
Okay.
So that's the cool thing about if anyone books for over 28 days, it becomes an over 31-day booking.
Right.
They usually, when you do this protects you so that they can't back out without giving you that month. So it's a cool thing for hosts. Sometimes guests have to cancel when they're staying for a month or more. You might not get a lot of these with yours, but it's just good to have in case for the longer stays, summers. It protects you for keeping at least a month. If someone booked you for your summer for 90 days.
Right.
And then like they try to, if you had flexible on there, well, they find their way out. Script keeps it so that you're going to keep at least a month.
That makes sense. Okay. Looking at the house rules here, and suitable for children 2 to 12 years, it seems like that's a
yes. And now we're going to get on this. I would say because of the no pool fence thing, that you put some kind of a language in your additional terms section about guest is booking this house, understanding that there is no pool fence, and they're taking the risk of booking the house with that. And then put underneath there somewhere like children under the age of 16 are not allowed to be unattended at this property. Things that are going to help you in the event that if God forbid anything ever happens.
Gotcha. So because I have a pool, it's probably not suitable for infants.
I always put yes, but like I said, then I'll go put that in the additional note.
As long as you have that language in. So pets allowed.
That's up to you. I'm pet friendly. My listings are.
I'm going to say yes because I think it's actually is very pet friendly.
Yeah.
And smoking allowed. This is kind of tricky.
It's hard because
Outside,
I'll normally put no, and then they'll ask you if they really like it about it, and you're usually the good people. They're like, "Is it okay if I smoke outside?" And you say yes. Please be like 10 feet away from the doors. Make sure the doors are shut.
Right.
And most people understand it.
Okay. And then events, obviously, no.
No.
And then do you do anything for additional rules?
So additional rules, I might put in there. Please be respectful of quiet hours, 9 p.m. daily, or please respect of the neighbors and quiet hours. That way, if any of your neighbors ever go and creep on your listing, they see that they're going to be really happy.
And you're a 9 p.m. quiet hours?
I put 9 or 10.
Right.
I just think I think kind of like at 10 o'clock, it's still be kind of rude if people are outside jumping in the pool. But I think maybe 10 could be the cutoff if you want.
And then till like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Confirm. Do you do this? Yes.
You know what?
Right?
I do. The one thing that's going to filter out, though, is some people, right when they set up their page, they don't have their profile photo yet.
Right.
You might get a few people that will be like, I can't book this, that are reaching out to you, and you'll be like, ma'am, sir, you need to update your license or
profile picture.
Picture, yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much the policies and rules.
Yeah.
Info for guests.
That's all the stuff there.
That we just kind of, guidebooks. This is the stuff that you provide.
Yeah, this is the stuff that I provide at the units. If you want to be like a one step further achiever, you can even upload it there.
Okay, so you already
have it before you get it.
Cool.
And I've got this one genius client that I sold an Airbnb to earlier this year who made a Q code.
Oh, cool.
For his house. And I was like, dude, that is so cool. Like everyone's getting innovative with this.
Yeah.
Coming up with new, and I was just even seeing this thing that I might buy for the house. Is there like these little Wi-Fi looking little things? All you have to do, the Airbnb is go like that to it and the Wi-Fi automatically connects.
Oh, cool.
Like there is just so many new like short-term rental, and I'm going to go to the conference next year. I missed it this year, but there's so much cool new innovative stuff for Airbnbs and for vacation rentals. So pricing and availability. Let's get this out of the way because this is important. Sure. Okay, so if you scroll down, and this is where you're going to be able to do any of your, if you want to do weekly discounts or monthly discounts, you can add those. You can do custom length of stay discounts, last minute discounts. Oh, wow. It's cool to add, but go see what it says cleaning fee. How much are your cleaners charging you?
Okay.
Go ahead and add that in there. So that way, if anyone, what I normally do is I might add like 10 or $20 more.
Yeah.
Just so I'm making a buck or two off of it.
So I remember the initial cleaning fee with CleanWorks was somewhere around like $240, but like I forget, like it might be, I'm going to have to take a look, but right now, is it like $150 or something like that? Is that about?
That sounds about right for a 3-bed.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much the cost. And then pet fee.
So here's what I did. I had changed them during the summer for them to stay for free when I was trying to get a little more activity.
Sure.
Because the summer was a little bit slower. I would do 100 to 120 bucks. I think that's very fair. Because, dude, people use and abuse when they bring their dogs.
They do, and the hair stays somewhat forever.
Yeah.
Extra guest fee.
I don't think for where you're at, you should do anything. Yeah, when you get up to 16, after 10, you could do like 10 or 20 bucks a night. But even then, there's so much more competition now that these are things that we used to do 3 years ago. You get it all day. I don't recommend it now.
So, I had a question. What do they do? Does Airbnb change the price based on the amount of guests, or does that even matter?
So if you use smart price, are you talking about just in general how they do it?
Yeah, because like I was always hesitant when I'm booking my rooms to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't list the exact amount of people that are staying, even though it's like within the allowed amount. But I always felt like, well, if I say 2, maybe it'll be cheaper than 3.
I think they do it more based off of what the comps are.
Gotcha.
Those same size homes what they're renting for in the area. Definitely changed on minimum night stay from 1 night to, and then you could go in and customize this for seasons, but I would maybe say start with like 4.
4 nights. Okay.
That's a good number. Change that maximum stay. And it's up to you, but I usually put that to 120.
120. Gotcha.
So that then anything above that, they have to manually
review.
Yeah.
So what does this mean, custom trip lengths?
So this is going to be like where, for example, if you want to go in and add it, you could add for like January through March, you could say 7-day minimum. April, 4-day minimum. If you want to go October to, you can even do specific dates.
Gotcha.
So I'll break this down sometimes depending on it. Like you might want to, right when you jump off the bat, let October be a 3-night minimum.
Okay.
Or even a 2-night minimum to try and get some more hits and some reviews. We'll do that for specific dates. Then you could go in.
So you would say December to February would have to be 7 or something like that.
I would do December through February, probably 5. So you usually want to get more of some bookings in. And those 5-night stays are more like good. They're common vacation stays during that season.
Right. Okay. And then let's see, calendar availability.
And what you're going to do for CleanWorks too, just so you know, when he asks you for it, you're going to send that import calendar. You're going to click on that.
Gotcha.
You're going to edit, copy that, and you're going to email that to him. So then he has access to your calendar.
Okay.
Just so you know, when he's like, hey, can you share that with me?
I appreciate that. So linked Airbnb calendar. Okay, gotcha. So that's for other listings on other sites.
Correct.
That's cool that they can link the calendars.
Yeah, dude. Like, for example, you could export in your VRBO calendar.
Yeah.
They could sync together. No.
Any of this stuff important? Or?
No, not any. Oh, yes. This is up to you. How much you want your place to go in advance? I keep it 6 months, but I'm also looking out for 2. A, if I still going to be owning the property, or B, managing it. I always like to make sure I keep everything within 6 months. You put it out there in 12 months, dude, someone's going to book it in fucking March 2024, or like before you've adjusted pricing or even know what the hell's going on.
That makes sense. Any final thoughts or tips for our viewers about Airbnb getting set up and kickstarting their journey to financial freedom?
Yeah, I would say just kind of get your own little system down and make sure that when you go in this, you go all in it. You can't really half-ass Airbnbs because you make one little mistake, like you forget to send the check-in instructions. People's lives revolve on this. Just make sure you're giving them a comfortable space. Do to them as you want to be done. So have your place set up so that you or your mom, well, maybe not everyone has a different standard. Your mom can stay there comfortably. All right.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again, I'm Flipman Dan, and stay tuned for more tips and more of the Airbnb adventure, man. I'm just getting started, so